Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry, it's been a bit of a delay between videos. We got back from Malaysia about nearly a week and a half ago, and sadly I've been as sick as a dog. I contracted COVID, which was hasn't been great. COVID was certainly as bad as everyone said it was. It's you get a shock over a sore throat. It honestly feels like you've got glandular fever. You're just so lethargic and tired. So it hasn't been a great week last week, but feeling a bit better today, which is good. So I'm going to jump out on the bike and have a ride, and I'll tell you all about the Moto GP. It was loved it. We were over there. It was great. It was the event itself is really good. The track is amazing, but we'll tell you some not so great parts about it. But we'll jump on the road, get cracking, and we'll give you all the goss. So like I said guys, it's been about nearly a week and a half since we got back from Malaysia, and in one word, the GP was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. It's amazing to go and see it. When you like on TV it looks good, but man, when you see these things live, it is just unbelievable how good these riders are on these bikes. You know, the speed doesn't do it justice on TV. It's they fly along, like the back and front straights at Sepang. Yeah, they're topping out at 340, 350 k's an hour. They are just unbelievable riders, and what I realised about these guys is just how well they brake. It is just phenomenal how well they use the front brake. To stop from the 340 clicks down to 60 in the space of a couple of seconds, it's just phenomenal. It was unbelievable. The weather was great. Malaysia was 35 degrees every day. It was really warm. The tickets were good. We had tickets to the main grandstand, so they were good. Friday was the first sort of opening day, so Friday is like a free practice day. And you can pretty much walk anywhere on that day. You can go to the track, you can get to any stand, which is nice. So I'm a fellow dude. The actual race days were good. The sprint Saturday was a good day. It was good to watch, and then the GP was great. So but long days though, very long days, because the Sepang motor track is the actual racetrack itself is about an hour south of the city. So we stayed in the city, so we jumped on buses that took you out. The bus in the morning was great, no dramas, but man, the real drama was getting back out in the afternoon. Oh my god, it was an absolute shit show. It was bloody terrible. Friday wasn't too bad getting back. It took us about just over 2 hours to get back into the city. Saturday was an absolute friggin' nightmare. It took us over 3 hours to get back there. The event finished about 4 o'clock. Didn't get back into the city till, I'd say, just after 7 p.m, 7:15. It was an absolute shit show. Malaysia, they need to just have a lot more traffic control around Sepang. It was just an absolute friggin' nightmare. And when you're sitting on those buses, they got the aircon pumping. It is so cold. My wife was just freezing, the poor thing. She almost got hypothermia. It was that cold, and that's one drawback about Sepang, is getting out there good, getting back in the city, absolutely shithouse. It was awful. So that's where they need to do a much better job on just traffic control. Like, there's one roundabout, literally half an hour, 20 minutes from the track. It was just chockers full of cars all the way through the roundabout. Nobody was moving, and yet there's 4 coppers on either corner just not doing jack shit. It was like, my god, it was insane. And we spoke to a Pommy guy who was staying in town as well. When we got in town, he's like, oh yeah, it's all part of the experience. But it's like, nah, fuck that. If that's the experience and Sepang can keep that one, it's like, that was bloody terrible. It's sort of, in a way, it sort of detracts away from just a great day you had when you were there. just that length of time in the bus, that was a killer. That was an absolute killer. All days it was like just shit. And there's no easy way to get out there. That's the only way you can do it. You wouldn't drive a car, that'd be even worse. To take an Uber or whatever they've got now, it's called Grab is what they use now. That'd cost you a fortune. Some guys mentioned maybe it might be better if you maybe go back to the airport and jump on the express train back in the city. But one guy I spoke to on the bus said it took even 2 hours to get to the airport. And the airport from Sepang normally takes about 20 minutes, half an hour. So it just shows you the traffic control is absolutely chaos. And granted, there was this Asian summit on as well, which all these massive leaders from around the world were coming to Malaysia. But yeah, Trump arrived, but that was no drama. There was they'd been rehearsing and been practicing all these for weeks, getting all the delegates in. So that was really no drama. It was just a volume of cars that are out there getting to Sepang. It was just absolutely chaotic. But overall though, it still didn't detract. We had a great time. We had a great time in KL. Yeah, I love the city. It's so easy to get around. The accommodation for the second half of the week was great. We stayed at these Wyndham Suites and that was really nice. But yeah, honestly, the motorbiking guy, it's just, if you're a motorbike fan and you love it, I'd say go to an event because you'll be blown away by the sights, the sounds, man. It is a whole different level when you see it in the flesh. It's such good fun. I think what you do is you have a whole new appreciation for just how good these riders are on these bikes. They are something else, these guys. To ride these machines the way they do, yeah, they are just phenomenal. You can see why to be really good you've got to come through all the ranks of obviously Moto 2, Moto 3, all those development series, because you really have to know how to handle these bikes. It was a good race though. The KTM guys did well. Pedro Acosta rode really well, man. He really throws that KTM all over the shop. He's a kid who's only 21, but he rides really well. It's a shame. I think though the way he rides though, it does wear his tyres out quite quick, so he tends to drop off the pace pretty quick. Alex Marquez rode really well. Marco Bezzecchi, yeah, he's going really well. He's got that Aprilia going so good. But I think we want to plan to do a few more GPs. We're going to go and maybe try and do Portugal. Portugal was just on last weekend, so we want to try and go and maybe go to Portimao, which looks really nice. The track looks good. We were looking at maybe doing Qatar next year, but Qatar's quite early in the piece. Qatar's about April. We've already got another holiday booked about May for 2 weeks. We're just going to go to the sunny coast, which is just up the road from us. So we thought, yeah, it might be hard to try and do Qatar, have the sunny coast trip, and then, or if we want to go at the end of the year. So I think we'll just maybe look at Portimao. It looks like a great track. Looked pretty easy to get to from what I saw. The Portimao town's quite close to where the track is, nowhere near as far as Sepang from the KL. I heard one of the guys on the buses I was speaking to, they said apparently Thailand's quite good to go to Buriram, so we might look at Thailand, but yeah, we want to go and cover a lot more, do a lot more in Europe as well. But yeah, no, I could honestly say, guys, if you are motorbike fans, go and see an event. It is just absolutely brilliant. Not just the MotoGP guys, but also to watch the Moto 3, Moto 2. They're fantastic. Those riders are so good. Now, what amazes me about when you watch Moto 3, Moto 2 are the age of these kids. They're like 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and they are just absolutely hoofing it around the track. They are such good riders, and sadly on the race day on Sunday in Moto 3, there was a shocking accident between the Jose Antonio Rueda, who's already won the Moto 3, and Noah Detweiler. They were doing their sighting lap, and Detweiler was about turn 4, and he was looking down at his bike, and it looks like he might have had some kind of issue. He was going quite slow, and Rueda sort of came round that corner up the hill a bit, and he just slammed into Detweiler, and they both went flying off their bikes. And Noah Detweiler was in quite a serious condition. He was really bad. Rueda, I think, he's gone back to Spain, so he's had surgery on his hand to fix a broken hand. But it was an absolutely shocking incident. It was just awful to see it. And it delayed the whole start. They were off the grid for an hour. Both the guys got airlifted to hospital. It wasn't great. It was such an awful situation. Again, it was just purely accidental. There was no malice in it. I think Rueda just didn't see him. He had his head down. He was sort of in his tuck position, just doing their sighting lap, and just slammed into Detweiler. But thankfully, we've heard both those guys are doing much better, which is great. Both their respective teams have put out updates saying, thank you for all their wishes and the prayers. But they're both doing pretty well. Even Noah Detweiler's he's out of a serious condition, which is great. It was really touch and go there at one point. He got really banged up quite badly. So that sort of put the whole schedule out. Then Moto 2 actually got pushed back to be the last race, so Moto 2 didn't start till 4:30. So it was quite a longish day, but still good though in the end. But sadly, the old Moto 2, poor old Moto Gonzalez crashed out. A couple of laps to go, so I think it's... and then Portimao, he did okay, but I think it looks like Diogo Moreira, the kid going into MotoGP next year with Honda, looks as though he's got the championship all wrapped up. So unless the only way I guess Gonzalez can win it is if Moreira happens to crash out, and if Moreira stays up and can get points, then I think he's about 24 points behind at the moment. So he's almost at least got to try and win it. But it's going to be tough for him. I think he's almost gone by the wayside. Which was a bit of a shame because Gonzalez had such a big lead. Like at the start of the season, he was up by 60 plus points. And the last kind of, I guess, half of the season, he's just lost a bit of that consistency. But again, still a good ride. Like I love watching him ride. He's so smooth on the bike. But Moreira has done really well. So he had a good ride at Portimao and he won it really well. So he's going to be hard to beat, I fear, unless some minor miracle for Gonzalez happens. Ducati. I was looking Street Fighter. But yeah, that was an awesome trip. What I'll do is I actually took some footage on I took my Osmo Action 4 over and tried to get the best footage as I can. The action cameras, they're hard to get really good footage because you're close to the track, but it's just, the zoom doesn't work so great on some of those cameras. So, but I'll put in some little snippets of some of the bikes I got, just so you can hear the sounds and what it looks like. But it is amazing to go and see. I was just on a high for a couple of days. It was such a buzz when you see it. and then you watch all the activity in the pits and everything else. It's yeah, it's great fun to go and see. So yeah, can't wait to go to a few more MotoGPs next year. Looking forward to it. Sadly, this weekend is the last weekend. It's in Valencia. So this is around 22, so last one for the 25 season. Obviously we know Marc Marquez has already won it. Alex has already finished second, so it's a bit of a race for third though. Good actually for old Bagnaia is having a shocker. He had another fall in Portimao, so another DNF for old Pecco Bagnaia. So yeah, he's not doing too. Now Acosta's only about 10 points behind Bagnaia as well, so Bezecchi's now taken over third. And I think it'd be great. I'd like to see Bezecchi finish third. He's ridden so well for Aprilia, especially with all the bullshit they went through with Jorge Martin at the start, saying that the bike was shit. He wanted to leave, and poor old was giving no support to Bezecchi at all because he got injured. But yeah, I think Marco Bezecchi's done really well, and good on him, good on for Aprilia as well. But there's been some interesting rumours about KTM with MotoGP. There was a rumour that CF Moto might be looking at buying out the KTM team, so that could be interesting. But there's always rumours and conjecture around at the moment on the MotoGP paddock. So I guess in this off season we'll see and see how it all pans out. But yeah, you definitely see. I think there's a lot of frustration though for old Fabio Quartararo. He's not going well. Like, he rides the nuts off that Yamaha and still just ends up nowhere. He just can't. He can't compete. The bike doesn't have the speed. And even though Augusto Fernandez has been testing the new V4, it just doesn't seem to be up to scratch. They were saying the ticket sales for Malaysia, I think a quarter were purchased by Australians, so a lot of Aussies do go over there because it's quite cheap. And I've heard getting down to Phillip Island here, just down to Victoria, can be quite hard to get to, and it's a bit of a pain in the arse. So I think a lot of Aussies go to Thailand, Malaysia, again much cheaper. Even Japan I think is a good one to get to, Motegi. But overall, guys, yeah, if you're toying up about going to a MotoGP event, I would say absolutely go to one. You'll absolutely love it. It's just, yeah, if you're a motorbike fan, it's just, yeah, it's fantastic to go and see it. Best way to get past that shit. looking forward to the run home to Christmas now. Not long to go. What is it? 14th of November, so not far to go to the big day. Geez, that's come around quick. Amazing how fast these years go by. Crazy. Yeah, so hopefully the little snips I'll put in the MotoGP from the camera, hopefully it turned out okay. I'll probably a few seconds of each clip to see a couple of blocks going by. You can see just how fast these things go and the speed they travel. Also just the sound, man. The sound is absolutely incredible, these blocks. Thankfully we took out earplugs because you need it, otherwise you go deaf after a whole day without earplugs at a MotoGP event. But yeah, I think when you watch it live, I have a whole newfound respect for just how good these riders are. They are just something else. These guys have balls of steel to do what they do at the speeds they do it at. My God! And when you think all this protection is helmet, gloves, leathers, a couple of airbags, that's it. Yeah, you really have just an utmost respect for what they do, and the entertainment these guys provide is just second to none. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the old video today. So hope it goes alright. So said sorry it's been a bit, but bit of a lull. But yeah, like I said, getting over damn COVID, what an absolute pain in the ass that was. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care, whatever you're up to. Ride safe, drive safe, and I'll catch you in another one. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Alrighty, back. Safe and sound. That's what you want. Time to get off the bike, get ready for Valencia tomorrow. And the worst thing about doing FedEx, skin cancer stuff on your hand, it's like, Jesus, getting your gloves off an absolute roll. Pain in the ass. Oh, there we go. Jesus. Oh, it's getting better. Slowly but surely.